This podcast may contain spoilers from whatever TV show or movie is mentioned. Please listen at your own discretion. Welcome to Viewers Anonymous.
Yo, what's going on? I am Scoots Bronson.
And I am S. Foster.
And this is the Viewers Anonymous podcast. What's going on, bro?
Can't call it, man. You know what I'm saying? Another day, another dollar. If people say, sometimes a quarter, a nickel, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you're making out there in these streets. But man, I'm doing all right, man. Had a pretty busy day at work today, which was kind of trash because it's hot as fuck. Mm-hmm. But just getting prepared for this funeral tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna they up the rest. So okay. You know what I'm saying? Mixed emotions all over the place, but you know what I'm saying? But the boy's doing all right, man. But how about yourself?
Man, I'm doing all right, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been dealing with this damn rain all day, man. You know what I'm saying? We just heard the thunder hit not too long before we start recording. But yeah, man, it's been off and on all day. But it's like for some odd reason, bro, I ain't seen it like this in a minute. This is like this storm weather, this real live storm weather, like cloud covering the sun and everything. Like it's dark over here right now, and it's only 7:00 at night, and it don't get dark till like 9 something.
See, man, that's why I need to get my storm team together, man. Start storm chasing
out there. Stop that. That's a dream you need to let go of, man. Let go of that shit.
Man, why?
Niggas don't chase storms, bro.
Man, it went one black person in goddamn Twister, man.
You wanna know why? Because the storm is the black person. That's what they didn't tell you about that movie.
Oh man, that was my shit. That was my shit.
Yeah, but damn it, man. Hey, bro, why the fuck? Why is that a thing? Like, who the fuck is out here chasing the tornado? Some shit that only. Never mind, bro. We ain't about to do that. That's just some stupid shit, man.
Man, it's science, man.
Man, you could study science from a lab, my nigga. You could create a tornado in a funnel. You don't need to go outside to go get that motherfucker.
Hey, I remember we used to do that in science class, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Get that little funnel thing and then you spin that bitch around.
They got the little thing where you put the hot fan on top, put the, you know what I'm saying, the cold fan at the bottom, and then you'll be able to see throw a little water in there. You'll be able to see the tornado. You ain't got to do all that shit. Go outside chasing the fucking tornado. Man, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's our new custom that we've been doing, man, trying to keep it going. What's new, man? What you been watching? You know what I'm saying? What's something that people can keep up with?
Oh, man. Glad you asked that question. So, we got the second season to come out, man. They put out the first 2 episodes, man. If you got Hulu, because, you know, Hulu got a little thing with FX. Mm-hmm. And so I got the first 2 episodes in today, man. Listen.
Oh, man.
Hey, this Lil Dicky, yo. This motherfucker.
It's fucking genius.
He is a genius, man. And I'm going to tell you somebody else that's a genius is Kevin Hart. You know, because Kevin Hart is a part of this, you know, it's a heartbeat production. So he's seen the vision that, you know what I'm saying, that Lil Dicky has. And like, man, they're not disappointing. Like that first episode. And then what I like about it is like they're showing Dicky's range because they are throwing like little drama shit in between, you know what I'm saying? So he's like actually seriously acting. Like it ain't just like he just giving you all this funny shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's kind of like how the end of season 1 was.
Yeah, like because it got serious towards the end. And like the first episode is the same way. Now don't get me wrong, he still has his awkward little shit that's going on in between, but then there's not always, but then there's also these serious moments that are put in there. And then like he's, you know, this season I give a little bit. It's like now he's going through this writer's block. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like because like he's starting to blow up a little bit. He got record people talking to him and all this shit, and everybody's like, "Yo, when the album coming out?" And you know what I'm saying? And he's having some trouble getting what I'm saying, some lyrics together. All
Yeah.
that little shit like that. So, but yeah, man. If y'all got the time, if you got Hulu, like I said, FX got to deal with them. The 2 episodes are out now. First 2 episodes of season 2 of Dave, man. Everybody needs to go check that out. If you want
Mm-hmm.
to laugh, like, dude, there's one part, man. Yo, can I say one thing, man? You
Now
don't
you
mind?
got it,
One
brother.
thing. Listen, this motherfucker stupid. I don't know who came up with this idea. This motherfucker got an ant problem in his new house, right?
Mm-hmm.
this motherfucker, this motherfucker got so I ain't gonna get into the details, but he has this like this pocket pussy thing, right? And
Yeah.
and, and what he does, what do you what do you call those things that you put over your face and you watch like the video,
The
like
virtual reality goggles.
the virtual reality thing? He watches his porn on that, right? so
Good
so
idea.
so he put it on there and he had the pussy thing like sitting down.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, he got an ant problem. When he put the virtual thing over it, and all the ants is all over the damn fucking pussy.
Oh no.
That's all I'm gonna say. You gotta watch it to
Damn.
get the rest.
Oh,
Yo,
that's crazy.
that shit is hilarious, boy. Like
Yeah, that's
I
crazy.
don't know how they come up with these ideas, man. I'm telling you, it is crazy as fuck. But yeah. Hey, watch Dave. That shit is hilarious.
Yeah. Man, I am watching the first season of SEE. It's on Apple TV, starring Jason Momoa, and this shit is amazing. First and foremost, I've had this Apple TV trial. I've had this Apple TV subscription for a full fucking year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, never used it, not once. Never used it, not once.
Mm-hmm.
I finally get on this motherfucking because I forgot what I think it was. See, the thing is that was talking about. I think Bridget Kelly was talking about it, and I just happened to, what I'm saying, be looking on Apple TV. Just, I ain't had shit to do, looking through my apps. I just happened to see the shit that she was talking about. So I'm like, man, let me check this out. They got a new season coming out. So man, I get to watching this shit. I'm like, oh, this shit is wow. So basically, around the time that we living in now, I guess some stuff happened. It was like some kind of apocalyptic thing or whatever. And they basically living in a post-apocalyptic world. But the only catch is everybody's fucking blind.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like 100 years into the future and nobody can see. So somehow they, what I'm saying, like they finding their way to do everything. Like these motherfuckers is going to war. These motherfuckers done built cities. Like they done did all this amazing shit, but they all blind. So this lady who is I believe Jason Momoa's wife, she ends up having kids. He saved her when she was pregnant, so she ends up going into birth or whatever, and the kids that she have, they both can see. So like it goes from that, and then it goes into like when they was like 12 or whatever. The actual dad is he was still alive at the time, and him and Jason Momoa knew each other and shit like that. And then later on down the line, they like the next episode they go to when they're like 17 and shit like that. So it's like it's kind of going through the timeline, but it's like the shit is crazy, bro. It's so much shit going on, but it's amazing. Like all these motherfuckers is blind and they doing like all this regular shit. So it's just, and it's like they ain't using like walking canes or nothing. Like these niggas is full fledged out here in the streets. like going at each other blind as fuck. So yeah, it's amazing. It's on Apple TV, man. It's called See. Y'all go check that out.
That's what's up, man. I can tell you excited about this one, man, because you was talking about it yesterday.
Yeah,
We was
man. I
talking
had
on
to
the
hit you up
phone.
and tell you about this one.
Yeah, man, but you also had another good pick, man. Like to the point where we had to put it on the list, man.
Oh yeah.
Man,
That one was a mistake. To be honest with you, I came across that. No, I came across that just getting on the app. I didn't know what the fuck it was. I just touched it on accident and it started playing. I was like, well, let me see what it is before I, exit out. And I just got it brung me in. I was like, oh yeah, this shit is good. So yeah.
listen, you told me about that shit on a Friday.
Mm-hmm.
I watched all 10 episodes before Monday.
Yeah, that
I
shit
watched
was
all
fire.
of them, man.
That shit was fire.
I took that whole weekend and watched the whole thing, man. So that was a dope pick by you, man. Dope pick by
Appreciate
you.
it, man.
Yeah, man. We got a
Classic.
we got a classic, man. And you know, we haven't done anything like this.
Yeah, that's true.
What this is 79, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And we haven't done anything up this alley.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be great to do this one, man. I'm gonna let you introduce it, man.
Okay, so first and foremost, you know what I'm saying? Like we said, this is a classic. Came out in 1993. This is probably one of those movies that no matter what goes on, if you were born anywhere between 1980 and 1990, this movie definitely is in your repertoire as one of the greatest movies of all time. So the movie I'm talking about, of course, is The Sandlot, man. This is one of those movies that everybody grew up and seen. You know what I'm saying? I think this actually made a lot of kids want to play baseball. It definitely wanted, you know what I'm saying, it definitely helped me want to play baseball. But it's about a group of kids in a neighborhood who are very avid baseball players. But they never had a chance to like make the, you know what I'm saying, a local baseball team or whatever. But they play in an old, dusty, trodden down field that's basically full of sand, hence the term Sandlot. And then next door to the field is basically a junkyard. And it just basically goes on to talk about how, you know what I'm saying, they create a friendship and a camaraderie through baseball, through, you know what I'm saying, growing up in the 60s and shit like that. So, man, where do we start?
Oh man, where did we start?
We start with the move first, right?
Yeah, you gotta start with the move. You know, I'm calling them Smalls, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but,
of course. It's only right to
you know what I'm saying? It's Smalls,
Smalls. You're killing me, Smalls.
So Smalls' mom moved to this new neighborhood with her new husband. His father passed away, so his stepdad, you know, they got this funny relationship where they're not close and they still kind of learning each other. And his stepdad's a huge baseball fan.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So moved to the neighborhood, and his mom, obviously he's a smart kid. You can tell like he was into like building like mechanical things. You know, he seemed like he was like the dude that always got an A in science. Well, he got an A in everything. But like, you know, very smart kid, but sports wise, nothing. Like he you know. So his mom is like, yo, you need to go make friends, all this type of shit. So he finds the Sandlot by mistake. He goes out there, they ask him, do you want to play? He say, yeah. Then he hits the ball and it comes to him. Well, actually, the ball like came towards him. They asked him to throw it back. He go to throw it back, yo.
Horrible throw. No form.
It's horrible to word, like
no form. Wrist flimsy. he ain't even step into his throw.
Hey, that ball probably traveled 2 yards.
That ball didn't even travel that. That ball fell right at his feet. That boy was horrible.
So everybody drops on the ground and laughs at him, man. Laughs at him. And so he runs home and he says his life is over. Dramatically says his life is over. So he goes.
Just like the nerd he was.
Yeah. So, like, basically, and this is the part that tripped me out. Because I was trying to figure, because I watched it 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to figure out which event came first. Because I had to mention this. So, so his stepdad, so his mom is like, why don't you just ask him? Just ask him. So he was like, hey, you remember when you told me, and I love the way he asks questions. He's so unsure about everything. Mm-hmm. So he's like, yeah, you remember when you told me that, you have to do it right now, but if you could, teach me how to play catch. He was like, yeah, I told you I was going to do it, but I'm a little busy right now. Mom's strong on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can take 30 minutes. So he's like, all right, fuck it, let's go. They go outside. Keep your eye on the ball. Throws it. Okay. So then, no. So he misses it. And then he remembers. Because he did his little form. And he was like, nah. This motherfucker runs up to his stepdad, put the ball in the glove, and then goes back. And I was like, yo, it's called playing catch. So you telling me you're the only one going to catch? You going to keep running and giving him the ball? Yo, that shit was funny. I'm sorry.
It's so
it is horrible. It's horrible, especially for baseball people like you. So then, throws it again. He drops it. Then he tells him, throw it back. This motherfucker rolls the ball. So he rolls the ball back to him.
Yeah.
Keep the eye on the ball. And then that's where you get the ping.
Right in the fucking pow, right in the kisser.
But the all-time part, though, he said, hey, at least he caught it this time.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, yo, this shit is wild. Benny, okay, we got to get into Benny, man.
That nigga was a grown-ass man.
Come on, man. He wasn't a grown man.
Benny was a grown-ass man, bro.
Benny, man. Benny was one of those dudes where he didn't realize at the time. I think he knew that out of all of his friends that he was the best player. Mm-hmm. But I think that the way he viewed life, like he didn't view himself like as a superstar.
Right.
But like he viewed himself as just a dude that just loved to play baseball. And the reason I was like, yo, we got to get into Benny, because if it wasn't for Benny and for the way that he thinks, because like he saw him and he was like, yo, why don't you come out and come play with us? He was like, nah, I'm good. And he was like, come play, And he's like, look, my glove is broken. So there, I can't go. Mm-hmm. Benny pulls out his back. Here, here's a glove right here. And so then this is when you know you got a great friend. Because that hat that my boy had on, man, listen. The brim on that hat, but that hat was crazy. And so they go out, they play, whatever, go back. And then Benny's like, do you got another hat? He was like, no, this is the only hat I got. He was like, here, wear this one. So Benny gives him a glove and a hat. Yo, I'm telling you, those are the type people you need in your life.
Facts.
Benny was the man, because Benny didn't look at him as the little nerdy kid that he was, but he just kind of, because even in that scene where when the dudes that he used to play with on the organized team rolled up on him, he was like, yo, can't nobody play with you, like like everybody else here is trash. And it's like, so everybody like in the neighborhood knew like how good Benny was, but you know what I'm saying? But I know what you're saying, but at the same time, he was a very mature kid for his age.
Mature kid. That nigga was
Man, he wasn't grown, man.
That was a grown ass man, bro.
He was not a grown ass man, man. He was just more
Fam,
mature than everybody else.
This nigga, first and foremost, let's talk about it. Okay. He was taller than everybody.
Man, I was taller than everybody.
Now you gotta listen. He advanced wasn't even the word. He was years ahead of these niggas playing baseball. This nigga was in high school and they had to be in middle school. They was either at the least they was in 6th grade. This nigga had to be a sophomore.
Man, listen.
I'm telling you, bro, this nigga was a grown ass man, bro.
Man, how many times do I have to tell you? I have been the same height since 7th grade, my guy.
Nah, I'm not. We can leave the height out of it. I'm just talking about his skills. Did you seen this nigga playing, bro? This nigga was hitting home runs, bro.
Easy,
he was hitting home runs, bro. I'm talking about smacking them motherfuckers out the field. And it wasn't like he threw it and it was a strike and he was like, you know what I'm saying? He gripped his bat. Nah, he threw it was a strike. He was like, oh, that's how we playing? Okay, let me turn up on this little nigga. He threw it again. Pow! He smacked that motherfucker. He just running around the block. They got to go buy a new ball.
Man, you only saying that because he busted the guts out of the one ball, man. Right, you gotta make that face, but I wish people could have seen that face you just made.
Come on, bro. Where did they get the chew from?
Well, the one kid had, man, he stole that from his dad, boy. That was a bad idea.
Whose idea was it?
Oh man, it was the one kid with the glasses.
Benny's.
No, it wasn't.
They ain't show you. It was always Benny's.
No, it was not, man.
Benny was like, if you want to be big and strong like me, get some chew. Oh, your dad got some? Hey, man, go get that from your dad. He was a bad influence. You know what I'm saying? This nigga was, first and foremost, let's have this conversation real quick. PF Flyers.
Okay.
This nigga had Converses on. Why did he need PF Flyers?
I think that I don't know. I don't know why he needed the PF Flyers.
You feel me? Like, that shit pissed me off. I'm like, my nigga, you got Converses on. Why are you going to get PF Flyers? That let me also know that he wasn't as cool as he thought he was. That's how I knew he was grown.
He was not grown, man.
Yes, he was, bro.
He wasn't.
That nigga had to be, he was at least about 15, 16.
Man, look, he just hit his growth spurt before everybody else, man.
Man, ain't no way, bro.
Because then, but anyway, it was I think the person that made the idea was, I think it was Grover.
Yeah, it was Grover.
It was Grover. But this is my one
glasses, right?
Yeah, and this is my one thing about that scene, though. Everybody threw up on the ride except for Benny.
Because he's a grown ass man.
Hey, I didn't notice that.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you what it was, though. I'm gonna tell you what it was. Benny didn't take a big ass piece, though. If you pay attention to what Benny took a little bit, he ain't take a whole lot. Everybody else, they was taking handfuls of that shit. Like, that shit was big league chew. Like, my nigga, come on, bro.
Yeah.
They had their jaws like this. I'm like, bro, there's no way y'all little niggas can take all that tobacco, bro. Like, there's no way, bro.
And then, I'm telling you, nobody spit nothing. The reason they threw up because they were swallowing the damn shit. You're supposed to spit it out. You're supposed to swallow.
No, the reason they threw up because they got on the tilt-a-whirl.
Well, that too.
If they would have never got on the tilt-a-whirl, they might have stood a chance. Maybe they would have just been sick. But that tilt-a-whirl fucked them up.
That it did. And but also Benny, what I loved about how the older Smalls was narrating the whole thing was, they was talking about how rain, sleet, hail, snow, like it don't matter what's going on. Benny is baseball all day, every day.
Yeah.
Like Benny, like one of the one of the iconic scenes was after he knocked the guts out of the one baseball. Everybody is in amazement.
Right.
Benny's like, yo, all this means we can't play no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Pissed.
Like, yeah, he don't even care. He don't care nothing about it. He was like, dude, it might have only been 3 people in like the whole world to do this.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, dude, fuck that. Like, it's 12 o'clock. We ain't got nothing else to do for the rest of the day. He's like, anybody got 98 cents laying around? And everybody was like, no. So he was like, yo, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was dope. Like, I think that for people, even when you were young and watched this movie, like, you can tell right off the rip, like, yo, this dude is going to the majors. Like, for him to be this talented at this age and to care about baseball as much as he did at that age, it's like, yo, like you see, you know what I'm saying? You can see the tunnel vision that he had. And then also another scene that shows it is when they played the game
against
on 4th
the
of
kid
July
that was
at
on
night.
team.
No, I'm talking about when they played it at night.
Okay, yeah.
And so he smacked that one ball. He hit another. Well, it wasn't a home run, but it was just a pop fly. And everybody's looking up, and the fireworks got everybody amazed. Everybody just forgot about catching the ball. Benny didn't look at one firework. This dude was running the bases.
He was running bases, goddammit. He was running bases.
Like, he ain't care nothing about that, man. But it's great to see a person, you know what I'm saying, a kid that have that type of passion, though. And see, I wish I had that type of look. The thing is, like, I love football. But the thing is, it was just, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't passionate enough to take that shit to the classroom. Like, that was my biggest issue. And I think that shit really, you know what I'm saying, is really one. Like, you have to combine that shit into one, because, like, I mean, you could be good enough to where they're like, yo, fuck them grades. Like, we getting you in here. And that's why I tell everybody, like, you know what I'm saying? I was good, but I wasn't good enough for them to be like, look, this dude's gonna be an academic liability. I'm not bringing this dude in here. So like, there's different kinds of good, and like Benny was just that fucking good. So I thought that was the one dope thing. Just speaking about Benny.
Man, to me, I think Benny was the most interesting character in the movie. Because it was so much we didn't know about Benny. Like, we didn't really see his parents like that. You know what I'm saying?
At all.
We didn't really know what the fuck was going on in Benny's life or none of that shit. And for him to always be so focused on baseball, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't see Benny house. We didn't see none of that shit. We always just
well, we
Benny.
did. Yes, we did. Well, we seen the inside of his room. Remember?
No, I don't remember that.
You don't remember when Babe Ruth came out his closet?
Oh, that's right. He was in the bed. The bed. He was talking to the Bambino. Okay, yeah. You're right. Outside of that though, like, we really didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, we really don't know much about Benny though. And like, I remember watching this YouTube video where it was just saying like the dark side of the Sandlot. It was just talking about just how, like, you know what I'm saying, how the reason Benny was so into baseball and wanted to always be outside with his friends and everything else, because like he was getting like beat and shit like that. And I was like, yo, who the fuck spent time to come up with that shit? Like, there was no evidence supporting any of this shit in the movie. But I thought it was just funny because you know what I'm saying, like, just like when you said, when he was just like, who's got 98 cents to get a ball? And I'm thinking like, yo, for a baseball that cost 98 cents in 1962, that lets you know.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're right.
Yeah, it was the 60s. That lets you know how much baseball meant at that time. Because a baseball really by itself only costs like $118 now. So, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
you gotta pay like $20 for a football, like $15.50 for a basketball. Like, now, nigga, you get a baseball for like $1.18. So that just lets you know, like, in the 60s, for it to almost be $1 for a baseball lets you know how high baseball was on the, you know what I'm saying, like on the scale of sports.
Yeah.
And then Also, I think this movie was also an ode to Babe Ruth. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could tell whoever made this movie was a huge Babe Ruth fan because that was like the guy that they was talking about. Like, they didn't mention like Hank Aaron or
Well,
nobody
they
else like
did.
that.
They did,
I
but
mean,
I want to
they
get into that. But
you know what I'm saying? They ain't really talk about him. Like, they ain't talk about like Jackie Robinson and shit like that. Like, they were just talking about Babe Ruth. Like, he was just like this all-time great, you know what I'm saying, baseball guy, which a lot of people say he is. But to me, I know the truth. I don't think Babe Ruth was that guy.
man, let's talk about it
Okay.
because it was a story like 5 years ago, and it came back up again early this year.
Mm-hmm.
The story is Babe Ruth ain't all white.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Babe Ruth was mixed, but motherfuckers didn't know. He
Mm-hmm.
just carried himself as a white man.
Mm-hmm.
And like my whole thing about Babe Ruth was like, you know what I'm saying? He had a beer belly and he playing against roofers and plumbers and all types of shit like that. So it was just like yeah, in today's game, like my thing about him, and and I know baseball purists will probably get on me, but like I didn't see him as a transcendent player. Like it was just like, yo, like he wasn't really like playing the greats on a consistent basis.
Yeah.
Yeah, he smacked a lot of home runs, but it's like, okay, like, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't the smallest dude. He has some strength. Like all you have to have is good eye, you know what I'm saying? In that time, good hand-eye coordination, a little bit of strength, and great form. Like, yeah, like he's gonna knock it out. But I think another thing is the fact of, I hate to say it, you know what I'm saying? He has some black in him, man. So he was dominating all the white dudes, man. Like, I mean, that's what it is. But this is my thing about it, though. So let me ask you this before, because see, I didn't want to get into the one thing yet. But
Mm-hmm.
so, oh man, should I mention that yet? Because this is my thing. James Earl Jones
Mm-hmm.
showed them a picture of him and Babe Ruth together.
Mm-hmm.
He had a Pittsburgh Pirates jersey on. And so, like, my whole thing was the game wasn't integrated at the time. So, but I will say this, though. Uncle Washington did tell me this. Rest in peace to my guy. He did say that sometimes they played people in the Negro Leagues. It just wasn't, it wasn't an all the time thing. It's like they would play them, you know, all this little shit. So I'm guessing that's how they met and got the picture together and all that type shit.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was odd that the person that owned the junkyard was a black man. I thought that was odd.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially with it being such a white neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was odd. That was really odd because I was like, because when I first seen it as a kid, like it didn't hit me then.
Mm-hmm.
But like seeing it as an adult, and it's like, yeah, like me, he was like, he called him George. He didn't even call him Babe. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He was like, yeah, me and George was tight. Like,
well, if it was the time of, I'm trying to think, Babe Ruth played in what, the 20s?
yeah, 20s, 30s, somewhere around there.
I want to say he played in the 20s. Yeah, played from 1914 to 1935. So definitely it wasn't no niggas in the baseball league. It was no niggas in the baseball league at that time.
Nah,
I guarantee you.
It wasn't. But you know, shout out to Uncle Washington because I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that the Yankees did. You know, I don't know if there was exhibition games.
Yeah, they would
exactly
play them to see. That would be like before the Globetrotters became like the tap dancers of basketball. Like, you know what I'm saying? NBA teams would like put their skills up against the Globetrotters to see, because like there's an all-black basketball
Yeah.
team. You know what I'm saying? Just to see how well their team was. You know what I'm saying? Going to be able to play in the league, and that's the same thing that would happen in baseball. Like they would go play Negro League teams because the Negro League teams is like fire. You know what I'm saying? Like guys like Satchel Paige, you know what I'm saying? Jeremy Gibson, like it's some legends, you know what I'm saying?
It was Josh Gibson.
Josh Gibson, I'm sorry, yeah. I'm thinking of somebody else. But it's, you know what I'm saying, like it's some real live legends in the Negro Leagues. And the fact that like you know what I'm saying, like I think it was it Satchel Paige that they said was throwing like damn near like 120 on the fastball. And he could throw like 108 on the curve and some shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like now they try to say it's like, oh, it's all rumored, you know what I'm saying? They saying like a lot of the stuff ain't a lot of the stuff that they put in there was just made up because they ain't really know what they're talking about with baseball. Like I think Josh Gibson was the home run dude that hit like 100 and something home runs. Like it's a bunch of the stats that go in from well, now they actually accepted it. I think it was this year that they accepted the Negro League stats and whatever. But it's like if you really go back and read about the Negro Leagues and see like certain shit, like you'll see just how dope these guys were. And so yeah, they would, you know what I'm saying, they would hold exhibitions just to, you know what I'm saying, test their team, see if their team was gonna be able to go through the season and be all right. Like I mean, if you could beat, you know what I'm saying, some of the best motherfuckers on the planet in it, and then you go into, you know what I'm saying, the league where these motherfuckers, some of them don't even think about doing that shit, then you know what I'm saying, you got an advantage.
You know, I say this and then we'll get back to the movie, right? So you know how they say, I remember, you know what, that time period that passed. But supposedly the government knows who was behind the killing of JFK, right?
Mm-hmm. The government was.
But this is the thing.
I was supposed to say that.
Well, this is the thing. Well, there's a lot of conspiracies, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, I went down that wormhole. I love that wormhole, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But anyway, supposedly they're going to release this information, but they're saying that they want to wait till everybody that was in that generation that was alive in '68 to be dead, because they said it will shock. They said that it would shock the world so much that motherfuckers will, you know what I'm saying? Like they said it is that shocking. Of like they know who did all this stuff.
That shit ain't shocking, man. Don't nobody give a fuck no more, to be honest with you. They just came out and was like, hey man, look, you know what I'm saying? It's UFOs. Niggas was like, and so what? Nigga, we already knew that shit. Like, don't nobody care, bro.
But to finish that point, like I'm surprised, but I think that some people are so caught up in it to where they wouldn't believe it. That's just like the whole myth of, even though scientifically it makes sense that God was black, but Jesus was black or whatever.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say what?
But like they have, you know, tricked and rigged the whole system and all this shit. Even though the motherfucker was in Egypt, and Egypt is a part of Africa, and they call it the Middle East to try to cover it up.
Technically, he wasn't in Africa. I mean, technically, he wasn't in Egypt.
Well, Jerusalem.
Yeah.
So
even though he would still be a dark skinned man.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't no copper tone out then. That nigga was in a sheath and thong sandals with no shirt on in that heat, nigga.
But the finish my point, like everybody, they have their beliefs, and they're like, yo, he's white. I don't care what nobody say, blonde hair, blue eyes. Even when that report came out like 5 years ago, and that his like great or whatever granddaughter came out and said, I have proof that his like granddad or whatever it was was a black man or a black woman. I can't remember exactly what it was.
She didn't need proof. Look at that nigga stats. The fuck are we talking about, man? This nigga had Negro League stats in the major leagues, and they really think this is a real white. This is a whole white man. No, this nigga was probably like Italian and black. And come on, man, he was just light skinned as fuck.
They don't want to believe it, but I bet you they're holding strong because they would not be still calling him the greatest baseball player to ever play the game if they.
But no, peep game, like they got a I forgot. I think I seen it on Twitter. They had like a picture of him that was in color, and he looked like a few of my relatives, and I'm like, yo, that's a black dude. Like that nigga's mixed. If he not mixed, like he got his like mom or dad was mixed, and you know what I'm saying. They just happened to be with another, you know what I'm saying, white person. But no, that nigga he got some black blood in him.
Oh man, that's funny. We went down the Babe Ruth wormhole there, but
real quick, the greatest baseball player to ever play the game of baseball is Ken Griffey Jr. It's not Babe Ruth.
Oh man, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
I tell people all the time.
Babe Ruth wish he was a kid.
Coolest baseball player to ever play.
The coolest too.
Yeah, man, and the best swing. He's called the swing man.
Come on, bro.
Come on.
So,
bro. All right, man. All-time part. You know what I'm saying? So after he busted the baseball, they're like, yo, what? No. This was another day. So it's hot as fuck. They're like, yo, Benny.
They went to go get Bill's ball.
They said, no.
Oh, okay.
We ain't got there yet. So Benny's like, yo, let's go, y'all. Everybody like, look, executive decision. It's too damn hot. They out there drinking their Coke. They're like, man. It was like, no, man, we're not playing today. And so like, all right, well, what y'all want to do? So they go to the pool.
Oh,
man, they go to the pool.
Hold on, what is his name? Because he is
Squint.
a fucking Squints. My man fucking Squints, bro.
Man.
Come on, bro.
Squints is like, yo, I am getting peppercorn today. Is it peppercorn?
Windy.
Windy peppercorn.
Yep.
He's like, yo, I am getting windy peppercorn today. So he's like, he looking up. He's like, I can't take this anymore. He gets
glasses fogged up and shit.
Everything. He gets out. He goes over to that diving board, boy. He looks. He waves at her, and she waved back. He took his glasses off, and he took a dive.
Yes, indeed.
Straight to the bottom of the pool.
My man took a dive into love.
A dive into love, and put his trust that Wendy is gonna come and save him. So he goes straight to the bottom of the pool. All his friends are screaming like Squints can't swim.
Mm-hmm.
So she jumps down there. She gets him out. Other dude help her get him out. This is where Squints got lucky that the old dude, because the dude got him out.
Mm-hmm.
But Wendy did CPR.
Oh man!
So she doing CPR. She's pumping. She's blowing. She's pumping. She's blowing. And then everybody's concerned. And then all of a sudden,
he laid the smackers on her.
Now he looks up and he starts smiling, and everybody looking like, like, what the hell? And then he closed his eyes again, and then she came back, and boy, he laid it on her, boy. Got banned from the pool forever.
but he did get the wave from her though.
He did
get the wave from her though. Respect
he got
my
more
man
than
Smith. That nigga was a legend.
He got more than that. We'll get to that a little later. So I thought that part was dope, man. But also, you know what I'm saying? Fuck it, let's get into it. So so we got to go back to they get a ball. You know what I'm saying? Benny at the plate, boom, smacks it, busts the guts out the ball. So Benny's mad as hell. Man, what are we gonna do? I know I mentioned this earlier. We can't play no more out of shit, so he's upset. Smalls, I got a ball. So Smalls goes home, goes to his stepdad's trophy room, which his mama told him to stay out of that trophy.
Mm-hmm. As he should.
He grabs the damn ball. He runs back all the time. I got it, everybody. I got it. I got it.
Ball.
Benny say, your ball, you up. So it was so funny. Oh, what's my man name? My fat dude.
Ham.
So Ham said, yo, your fly's open. Missed the first pitch. Hey, Ham was the man, yo.
Yeah.
When they played that other team, and he kept talking to them when they was at the plate, that shit was hilarious. So then, right, next pitch, smacks it, goes over the fence. And this is the best part. See, I like the small shit, man. You know, I like the small shit. Mm-hmm. So he runs up the first base, and then he's looking, and then he sees it goes. He rounds out to second, and then that's when he noticed that the ball went over the fence.
He was sick.
And so he stops.
He was sick.
Ham said, "You have to go to third base." He said, "Where you going? You gotta go to third base." Ham was upset. Like, where you going? you gotta go to third base. And so then they're like, maybe his first home run was too much for him. And he looks at everybody. He says, "We gotta get that ball." And they're like, "Look, man, it's over there with the beast, man. Once it goes to the beast, it's over." He was like, "No, you don't understand. It's not my ball." And they're like, "Well, who ball is it?" He was like, "It's my stepdad ball." And he told me not to touch it and all this little stuff. And he was like, and some lady signed it. I don't know, Baby Ruth.
That motherfucker said, "Baby, you mean Babe Ruth?" It was like, yeah, I guess the Bambino. Oh man, they was about to beat that nigga ass, bro.
The all time is, man, the twins, man, how they would always copy what they say. Hey, that shit got on my nerves. But I was like, if you don't stop saying the same thing your damn brother say. One time he told him to shut up.
Yeah.
But like he would say the same thing he would say. So everybody runs to the fence and then look over the fence and Beast snatch the ball. Man, listen.
Okay, wait a minute. Let's talk about this. Let's do this real quick because I forgot about this. Why in the world did they make this dog so fucking treacherous, bro? The ball rolls to the fucking doghouse. This nigga's paw comes out, and this is the biggest fucking dog paw I've ever fucking seen, bro. And it literally grabs the ball and pulls it into the doghouse as if a dog would actually do that. Like, no, the dog didn't get out and pick it up with his mouth. No, the dog literally was like, "No, let me scoop this in here." Bro, the paw on that dog, bro, that motherfucker was so huge. Like that, they made that dog seem like that motherfucker was like a fucking Tyrannosaurus Rex, bro.
Hey, that mother paw was the size of a lion, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. When I seen that shit, I was like, bro, what the fuck is in that doghouse? I'm like, there's no way that's a dog, bro. There's no way that's a dog. Then the dog that you see at the end looked nothing like the paw that came out. It looked nothing like the paw that came out. I'm like, bro, that paw was from, like you said, the lion from the Wizard of Oz, but there was no way that was that goddamn dog.
Oh, man.
That shit was funny, bro.
That shit was hilarious. So they jump up to the fence. They're like, all right, so we got to figure out a way to get it. So they come up with all these different tools. They try stick first. Beast chew that up. You know what I'm saying? They try to get this thing with a pan on the end of it. You know what I'm saying? They had it. Beast tore that up too. So then
the way he was tearing it up as well. That was another part that was making. He was shredding that shit, bro. Like, man, that dog is not doing that, bro. There's no way that dog is doing that.
Hold on, I'm forgetting. I went too fast. So they're like, yo, we gotta have a sleepover. So they go to the treehouse. Ham asks Smalls, "Do you want a s'more?" He's like, "Yo, what? A s'more?" What is that? You killing me, Smalls.
Killing me, Smalls.
You killing me, Smalls. So he's like, you get the graham cracker, You know what I'm saying? You get the chocolate, you get the, So he puts it together. So Squint's telling the story about, the story of the beast. And this is the thing. They show a white man in the story. That's what confused me when they showed James Earl Jones.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let's not glaze over the fact that at a sleepover in 1962, these niggas was in the treehouse.
In the treehouse.
In 1962, that's how cool it was, bro. For niggas to, hey, we gonna have a sleepover. We're not sleeping in the house though. We going to the treehouse. Niggas had a treehouse.
I'm telling you, boy, you can tell times have changed because ain't nobody letting their kids sleep in just a random. That ain't at nobody's house. It ain't at none of these kids' house.
And damn sure not no treehouse.
So, dude, odd to me. So, Squirts is telling the story about how the kids coming up missing, and they say the beast was eating them. So they said that the dog got to be confined. And my favorite part, Squirts says, forever. Forever. Hey, that shit tripped me out, man. I was sitting here laughing at that shit. So, okay, so fast forward, they try to stick, they try to pan. So then Smalls, he come together with his greatest invention up to this point. He gets this whole rack thing. I'm trying to figure out where they get all this damn metal from.
Bro,
where in the hell?
1962, everybody is at work. These kids are doing whatever the fuck they want to do, bro. Yeah. There was no parental supervision anywhere in this movie.
Nowhere. You only see Smalls' parents.
These niggas was going to fucking pawn shops, bro, and as kids.
Well, they was going to the pharmacy to buy the balls.
That too, as kids, bro.
I'm trying to figure out, for number one, they couldn't find 98. Well, they ended up. So what's my man's name? So Benny comes up.
You was on the right track. You was on the right track. Them niggas couldn't gather 98 cents to buy a baseball. Somehow they got all this shit to build these contraptions.
True. But Benny comes up with an idea. He tells them, he's like, look, let's just go buy a ball. He said, let's go. They went to get cans. You know what I'm saying? To turn cans in to get 98 cents to get a ball. So Benny wrote down, Babe Ruth on the ball and put the ball back. So it would appear that the ball was missing.
Right.
And then fast forward back, I don't know where they got all this money from to get all this damn metal to build all of these attractions and shit. This is all time though. You talking about how the damn dog snatched the ball with his paw. Man, when they got that ball on that damn cart thing he built and popped that bitch in the air, and you telling me this damn dog jumped up out of nowhere.
Literally. Like Jaws, nigga. Like Jaws, nigga.
Hey, and dog jumped in the air and snatched the ball, but I was like, yo, these people is tripping with this damn dog, boy. So they like, yo. So he's like, yo, my life is over. Smalls like, my life is over. So Benny's at home. And then all of a sudden, Babe Ruth pops out of his damn closet. Pops out of his closet.
That was a double entendre. Nigga, comes out the closet, nigga. Like, what are we doing, bro? Who in the movie thought of that? Because it's rumors that said that nigga was gay.
See, I wasn't even going down that road, but I would. Okay, right. So this is the first time we see Benny's house at all. So Benny's talking to him. Babe Ruth got this whole story about legends and heroes and all this type shit.
Yeah.
So before Babe Ruth walk back into the closet. He sees like Hank Aaron's like rookie card or some shit. And he's like, mind if I have this? He's like, yeah. Where in the hell you dead, motherfucker? Like, where are you going with this damn Hank Aaron card? And why did you steal this kid's Hank Aaron card? It's probably worth millions of dollars now.
Right.
It was in a case and everything. It's like, that shit pissed me off. It's like, why you gotta take Hank Aaron's card? Why you can't take a mini Mantle card or some shit? Why you gotta be Hank Aaron? So anyway, that's just some personal shit. So he steals this kid's damn card. And so he calls up everybody's, hey, let's meet at the Sandlot. So they meet at the Sandlot. He already has some PF flyers, but he got to pull out a new pair. You know what I'm saying? And for the people that don't know, let's talk more of our generation. The way they viewed PF flyers back then was the way we viewed the Reebok pumps. You pump them bitches, you feel like you could dunk a 10-foot goal.
The PF flyers weren't nothing but thicker Converses.
That's all it was. But they thought that they made you run faster.
Yeah, so, PF flyers are like the BBL of Converses.
So he's like, yo, I have to do this. I have to jump the fence and I got to get the ball. Yo, everybody's like, Benny, you don't have to do this. And so Benny's like, I got to do it. So Benny jumps the fence, long story short. This is my thing. This big ass, old ass dog. So he has a standoff with the dog, snatch the ball, and he goes jumps the fence. This big ass old ass dog jumps a fucking 12-foot fence by himself. Nothing. No, it'd be different if it was like a car and it jumped off the car or some shit. We talk about ground level,
straight hops
over a 12 to 15-foot fence. Run past all the other kids and go straight for Benny. Benny runs out through the neighborhood. Yo, this motherfucker ran through a theater. And then the dog was so dramatic, dude. Benny then run through what you call that thing? An auditorium. Benny dumbass leaves the door open, but the dog busts through the glass.
Man, first and foremost, that was a regular ass dog. That was the same dog I've turned in hooch. That motherfucker wasn't nowhere near as scary as they tried to make that nigga seem. They made that nigga seem like a motherfucking killer. That nigga was average. Man, I thought, they made it seem like that dog was from Max from A Man's Best Friend. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. I'm like, man, I'm thinking Cujo about to pop up out this motherfucker. This is a regular ass dog. Regular. And then it's like, and as a kid, you don't even think like, yo, when we seen the beast like an hour ago, he was the size of a lion. That's the size of my dog. You know what I mean? Like, so he's running through, dramatic as hell. You know what I'm saying? They're running through the auditorium. Benny goes under the screen. The dog busts through the screen. Like, like, so anyway, they meet back at the Sandlot. He figures, yo, I'm gonna jump the fence. This is my thing. So you're going to jump the fence that you've already jumped for the dog to go back over there. What made you think that this plan was going to work? Because he's already jumped that fence before. I don't know. I didn't get it either. So I'm lost because I'm like, dude, you already seen he cleared that fence. So what difference does it make? Either way, that was your ass. Yeah. So he jumps the fence. Dog busts through the fence this time. Whole fence falls down on his ass. So look, he clears it the first time, but the second time he just busts through it. And so the fence ends up falling on him. Everybody, Smalls feel bad, like, yo, we got to get the fence off of him. Yeah. And so Benny helps him, and then you get the most disgusting scene you ever seen in a movie. With this big ass, slobbery ass, extra slob around this dog's mouth. He licks the damn shit
out of Small's face.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible. So they're like, yo, let's knock on the door and tell this man that lives here, yo, your fence broke down and your dog got out. And then a blind James Earl Jones pops out, and you like, what the hell? Like, wasn't during the story earlier, it was a white man that lived there. Now all of a sudden, it's this dude. So they goes in, and so long story short, he starts telling them it was like the ball that we had to come over here and get was signed by Babe Ruth. He was like, Jordan signed this? And he's like, yeah. He's like, goes over to a case, grabs a ball. He said, look, I trade you. And he was like, no, like I really have to have that ball. And he was like, trust me, you're gonna need this. And he was like, it was signed by the whole, I think 1927. But anyway, the whole championship team of the Yankees.
Yeah.
And Babe Ruth was one of the signatures on it. And then they looked and they seen a picture of a black man in between these two players, and one of them, Babe Ruth, was like, yeah, you knew George? He's like, yeah, me and George was tight. And he was like, you know what I'm saying? But we can't take the ball. He's like, look, make a deal with me. Come talk baseball with me once a week. Boom, we good. So Smalls go home and he tells his stepdad the truth. But his stepdad couldn't even be mad at him because now you got a ball you never would have gotten your whole life.
Nigga, you upgraded.
Yeah, you upgraded because of your son's one mistake. Mm-hmm. So I thought that was dope. And he was grounded for a week. So you get grounded for a week. Yeah, you did what you weren't supposed to do. We told your ass, don't touch that damn ball. But at the end of the day, you still got a ball that you never would have got that's probably worth millions and millions of dollars.
Right. And then on top of that, like, I don't know, man. It's just, for me, just the funniest thing, man. It's just that dog, bro. I'm still stuck on that. just thinking about how, and I think that gives credit to the writing and the director, man, for them to have you thinking that this dog is such a menace and this super big, like, terroristic ass animal. And in actuality, like, it's nothing like that. So I think they did a good job with that, man. But are you ready for the Fire Flames?
Oh, hold on. Real quick.
Okay.
Real quick, we get into it. One thing that is dope about the movie is how they talked about when everybody grew up and what everybody turned out to do.
Oh, yeah.
And so, the one dude that was a pitcher, he ended up playing in the minor leagues. Kenny played in the minor leagues.
Mm-hmm.
The twins, they came up with an invention and they made a whole bunch of money. Ham became a professional wrestler. The one dude, Groves or Glover or whatever his name was, the one that did the dip, he got really into the 60s and 70s, became a hippie, and nobody never heard from him again. But anyway, your boy, this is the only reason why I even want to talk about this. Your boy Squints. Your boy Squints got his wish.
That's right. Married Wendy Peppercorn.
And had 9 kids.
My man Squints. Squints was squirting.
Up. Oh, he was squirting. and they owned the same damn pharmacy that they kept buying all those baseballs from. And like I said earlier, like we knew Benny was gonna make it to the major leagues, man. Benny made it to the major leagues, played with the Dodgers, you know what I'm saying? And that name, the Jet, stuck with him since the day that he was running from the dog. And then Smalls became an announcer for a baseball team. So I thought it was dope that they gave us like a little thing.
Man, the cool fact, man. This is supposed to be in 1962, so 4 years later, bro. That's when we get the arrival of Roberto Clemente.
Oh, okay.
World famous Pittsburgh Pirate. I think he won the MVP in the World Series in 71 or 72. He won MVP in the league in 66. And, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? He had an early, untimely death. But, yeah, Roberto Clemente, one of the best to ever do it.
Fun fact, man. Learn
Yeah,
something new every
man,
day.
for sure. So you ready, brother?
Yes, sir, man. Let's do it.
All right.
Yoga fire. Yoga flame.
All right, man. So you know what I'm saying. Usually you get into it, and I usually pass it off to you, but I'm gonna go ahead and take the reins on this one. Man, for me, you know what I'm saying. Like I said, this is one of those all-time classics. I remember watching this when I was little. You know what I'm saying. Growing up, wanting to play baseball because you know what I'm saying. You wanted to be like the guys. I did play baseball when I was little. Actually, that was the first sport I ever played. And so, you know what I'm saying, like movies like this, Major League, all those kind of movies, like those bring back some, you know what I'm saying, like nostalgic feel. Um, but yeah, man, shout out to Benny, man. You know what I'm saying? Benny also played Luis Mendoza in D2, another one of my favorite childhood movies. Um, so you know what I'm saying? Not only did I see Benny be a super amazing baseball player, I also got a chance to see him be a pretty good hockey player too. So you know what I'm saying? That was, you know what I'm saying, another fun fact for y'all. But for me, I'm gonna go 4.5.
4.5,
Yeah, I'm
man.
gonna go 4.5.
Yeah, okay. I ain't mad at it at all, man. I was never a huge baseball fan. My dad was though. He liked it baseball,
Okay.
but this movie was just. It's probably the first movie that was age appropriate when I watched that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
it was probably the only movie that I was supposed to be watching around those times. But it's just one of those classics, man, that stuck with me, man. The whole story is just a whole bunch of kids, and because the thing is, man, times are different, man. Like kids don't
Yeah.
roll like that no more. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, and as a parent, we can't let them roll like that no more. Like,
Right.
it's just not the same anymore. We're in different times. Not that the times wasn't. I mean, a lot of that shit happened back then because around that time, serial killers really started being formed, or well, at
But
least got a name for them
it was
around like the
also a sense
70s.
of community too, though. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
all the neighbors knew each other. You know what I'm saying? People remember you from, you know what I'm saying? Like 9 times out of 10, your parents grew up in that neighborhood, so everybody know each other. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know whose kids you were, so you didn't have to worry about shit like that.
yeah, man. So it was just dope to see, you know, a bunch of kids that just love to play out and get dirty, man. I meant to tell the story, man. I forgot. Real quick story.
Mm-hmm.
First time I got into like a fight was we was playing baseball in my neighborhood at my mom's house, and so we playing, and I'm at bat, and dude throw the ball, boom,
Mm-hmm.
clock me right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Could have slipped, you get hit, threw the ball again, bow, hit me again. I'm like, hold up, man, like you hit me one more time with that damn ball, man. I'm telling you. Apparently, he didn't get the memo, man. He hit me again with a ball. Man, I charged the mound, my guy.
Time out. So this is just y'all just like playing pickup baseball?
Playing pickup, man. We just
Oh,
playing
okay. I was about
pickup.
to say, because I'm like, nigga, the umpire is trash. You done got hit 3 times, nigga, and you still at the plate? I about to say, bro, what the fuck kind of little league is this?
No, I never played organized. I never played
Okay.
organized.
Y'all just playing to be playing.
Yeah, we were just playing to be playing.
Yeah.
And he hit me, man. I was like, nah, man. I charged the mound on him, man. I had to give him a couple of them.
Hey,
But
man, tough shit.
yeah, man. So but yeah, and see, like I said, around this time was around the time I seen Sandlot. That's probably why we
Mm-hmm.
was all out there even playing baseball in the first place, because we
Yep.
probably just all seen damn Sandlot.
Yep.
So but man, yeah, it's one of those movies that stick with you, man. This is one of the movies where no matter what my age is, I can always watch this movie and have
Yep.
a good time, man. So I'm gonna give it a 4. I ain't gonna go as far as a 4.5, but I'm gonna give it a 4, man.
Okay.
I enjoyed watching it the other day. I'm glad we was able to get one of these types in, man, because
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying. You still got to be a kid at heart sometimes,
Yeah.
and like Sandlot is one of
Especially
those
with
movies.
kids.
Yeah, man. Like everything can't be serious, man. Like like my youngest, he watched it a little bit with me. Like he didn't sit down, watch it with me, but he be wanting to sit down and watch damn Nightmare on Elm Street and shit. It's like, but he need to watch Sandlot, but something. But yeah, man. So I'm gonna give it a 4, man. It was fun doing this.
Cool, man. Cool. So you know what I'm saying? Y'all already know, man. Hit us up on the IG. Let us know what your rating is. Up next, coming soon.
Ooh.
Listen.
Ooh.
This man changed the game. Do you understand me?
Forever.
Changed the game. If you didn't want to be this dude around
96.
Like 98, 2000.
Well, yeah, I see. Yeah,
bro. Because like 96, 97, you know what I'm saying? He ain't had a swag yet.
I don't know. I think he had the swag, but I think he didn't have the cachet yet.
Nah, man. 98, bro. That's when I'm telling you, that's when he was that guy. My cousin changed his basketball number because of this.
Dude.
He literally, like, he always wore 21. When this dude came on the scene,
man,
bro, his whole I remember niggas games changed up just so they could beat this dude. This dude made taking it to the hole and freaking somebody an amazing feat.
Man, listen. I can go on about this guy, so I ain't gonna do it. All I'm gonna say, because I got so much to say when we get to this podcast, but all I'm gonna say is this one night in a bowling alley, but you got hands and chairs, but like you got everything this day. That's all I'm gonna say, man. That's all I'm gonna say, man.
Just know that nigga was from Bad News. You hear me? Bad News, Virginia, stand up.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Newport, stand up. That nigga was the truth. Y'all gave us a legend, man. And that's
exactly not just one. They gave us a few.
No, I'm just talking about him. You know what I'm saying? I can't give everybody else no credit. Because they also, you know what I'm saying, Virginia also gave us Chris Brown and Trey Songz. So yeah,
man,
that's a fact.
It also gave us
Timberland. Yep, Pharrell, the Clips, Missy Elliott.
You know what I'm saying? Yep.
You know what I'm
saying? That's just music. We ain't even say Michael Vick.
Yeah, no, and Marcus Vick.
And Marcus. And Brooks. What's his first name? The Saints quarterback back in the day. He was one of them. Aaron Brooks. Aaron Brooks. Yeah.
What? Wait a minute. Aaron Brooks was from Virginia?
Yes.
I never knew that.
You'll see. You know what? Because I don't think you've seen this one yet. I think you've seen the one.
I seen the one that we gonna do.
Yeah, but when you see this one, he's in this.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Aaron Brooks, number 2. I'll never forget Aaron Brooks, man. That was the guy.
Yeah, man.
Culpepper, McNabb, you know what I'm saying? That's when all the big, tall, stocky black quarterbacks was in.
Yes, sir.
And then Vic came out and changed that team. But yeah, man, yeah, so y'all tune in. You know what I'm saying? Next episode. This one is gonna be we might have to go a couple hours, you know what I'm saying, into that one, because
man, this is gonna
we might have to, it's gonna be a lot of memories. But apparently God is trying to flood where I'm at. And the ark might flow past. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all, man, hit me up at Scoots Bronson on Twitter, Scoots Bronson _TV on Instagram, Scoots Bronson TV on YouTube. Y'all make sure y'all go check out 15 Minutes of Fame. Just did an episode with Hustle Boy, South Carolina's very own. Thanks to my guy S. Foster, man. He made that happen. Greatly appreciated my brother. You know what I'm saying? But y'all go check that episode out, man. 15 Minutes of Fame with Hustle Boy. And then go check out some of those old episodes as well. And while you at it, man, definitely go check out the episode me and S. Foster did, man. We were just talking shit. That shit was so fun, bro. That was one of my favorite 15 minutes of fame episodes, man. Make sure you go to IG, follow us at View Anon Pod, and on Facebook at VA Pod Watch Group.
Yes, sir, man. Y'all can find me at S.Foster8 on Instagram. I finally changed the name. I made an announcement at the end of a greatly appreciated episode of Stolen Time Podcast. I appreciate Scoops was a part of it, man. Nothing but grateful for it. But you know what I'm saying? It was me, you, Candace, Casey, Sinclair, and JD Oracle, man. Everybody came on. Everybody was great. Everybody had nothing but sensational things to say about Uncle Washington. But please go check out that episode, man. It was 213 of the Stolen Time Podcast. And I made the announcement on that podcast that this next one, 214, which will be coming out on July the 2nd, will be the last podcast. The last podcast for the Stolen Time Podcast. I'm going to end that podcast, but those episodes are still going to always be available. I'm not taking them down. Right. So all those episodes are still going to be available. It's just that, I started it July the 2nd, 2017. I'm going to end it July the 2nd, 2021. Also, so I said that to say that I changed the name. It's not the Stolen Time Pod anymore. It's 28 minutes or less pod now. So you can follow me there. Also, the Facebook page, changed that to 28 minutes or less as well. So let me see what else. My last 28 minutes or less is also with Hustle Boy. So you know what I'm saying? So y'all can go check that out as well. That was episode 46, if I'm not mistaken. And we working, man. We working.
For sure, bro. For sure, man. So make sure y'all tune in to all the content that we giving y'all, man. Make sure that y'all subscribing to everything. Make sure that, y'all leaving comments and everything else like that as well to, give us some sort of feedback. And that way we can gauge what we need to do better, what we, need to work on. And, man, listen, just thank you guys for tuning in and listening. With that being said, y'all already know how they said in Hollywood, it's a wrap.
Cut.